The aim of setting up public cargo working area is to provide places for loading and unloading goods by public vessels. Specially designed for loading and unloading goods by small river boats and local barges, mainly for midstream operations. First dismantle the cargo on the container ship, and then use barge to transport goods to cargo working area. Finally take trucks to carry goods away. In this way will avoid the high berthing fees for Kuai-Ching container terminals and delays caused by traffic congestion. On the other side, public cargo working area will also provide service of loading recycled products such as waste paper to overseas. For the aspect of facilities and exhibition, based on this public cargo working area will not open to public at any time. On the other hand, the aim of set up this site is not for visit by public, so this site will not hold any exhibition. According to the website of Marine Department, this site having 15 berths provide loading and unloading use. Staff has state the facilities and the destination of recycle material deliver. Mainly, recycle material need to deliver to mainland China or Southeast Asia based on their lack of handle facilities, factories in Hong Kong. One question can be extension is if one place, mainland China or Southeast Asia tighten policy, recycle material will be stay in Hong Kong, and how to handle, treat those recycle material which stay in Hong Kong under a situation of no recycle material treatment factories in Hong Kong. I just remember a news that occurred few years ago. At that time, mainland China had tightened policy, forced to waste paper recyclers in Hong Kong initiated territory-wide waste paper. A large amount of waste paper, about 3,500 tons, stayed at Kuai-Chung Jin Drinkers Bay public cargo working area. Consider that industry should seize the opportunity for the mainland to tighten its import of solid waste requirements, improve the level of local recycling industry, increase revenue and optimize local recycling industry chain, to face to tighten policy in mainland China. On the other hand, government should raise the recovery fund support amount to help the industry improve recycling efficiency and expand business, and to tend some new land for recyclers contracted for waste recycling. What are the advantages and disadvantages of the visited recycling technology, waste treatment technology? Visited recycling, waste treatment technology can understand a new recycling, waste treatment technology, include the operation process, effective, principle etc. of recycling, waste treatment technology. This recycling, waste treatment technology may be a good, high effective way to treat the waste than use the original way. Once discover the advantages of new recycling, waste treatment technology, it can use to recovery, improve insufficient of original way, increase the efficiency. Like plastic refining in Taiwan, this technology name, waste plastic cracking refining, is to make plastics back to gasoline or diesel. The advantage lies in the fact that plastics that are not classified, or composite materials can be handled. This is also an insurmountable problem in the current plastic classification and recycling system. With this technology, all kinds of waste plastics can be returned to the recycling system, no longer polluting the earth and oceans. After the waste plastic is made into fuel oil, it can be used together with the equipment, and the overall energy efficiency can be up to 50%. Review to Hong Kong. Recent years, the recycle rate of plastic a decrease continue, belong to low. The treatment, recycling technology in Hong Kong are not popular. The treatment of plastic in Hong Kong mainly are export to overseas for recycling or send to landfill. Waste plastic cracking refining technology is suitable for Hong Kong to reference or development. This way can increase the utilize of waste plastic to other usage like energy produce, improve the treatment situation in Hong Kong nowadays, find out the exit of treating waste plastic. Hong Kong should take this opportunity to increase the recycle rate of waste plastic, to collect more waste plastics produced locally and increase its commercial value to reduce waste plastics that are eventually disposed to landfills. On the aspect of disadvantages of visited recycling, waste treatment technology, not all of the recycling, waste treatment technology may not suitable to apply to Hong Kong. If we visited some of the recycling, waste treatment technology which is not suitable apply to Hong Kong. It's useless to help to improve the recycling, waste treatment in Hong Kong. So we should consider the situation of waste treatment, environment in Hong Kong like the habit, value of citizens to recycling before visit recycling, waste treatment technology, and choose the suitable one to visit and for reference. Like the treatment of plastic waste in Japan are not suitable to apply in Hong Kong. There are two main reasons. First of all, the Japanese's national consciousness is very strong and self-disciplined. Recycling has been implemented in Japan for a long time. Nationals are very familiar with the recycling program. Only in this way can technology actually be put into routine environmental protection operations such as recycling and reduction less raw garbage. On the contrary, in Hong Kong, due to the busy nature of the city, Hong Kong people tend to invest time in work or study and spend less time on recycling and reducing household waste. This value make it difficult for Japan's environmental technologies to apply to Hong Kong. Second, Japan has a relatively large urban network with a relatively larger population than Hong Kong, allowing technology to operate at its greatest cost effectiveness. In Hong Kong, resources and space are limited to 7 million people on the island. With its performance and revenue considerations, the high cost of developing environmental technologies will not be Hong Kong's primary choice. Pursuing high-tech products and infrastructure is not applicable to Hong Kong. Some aspect a need to consider before visit waste treatment, recycling technology are the value of citizens to recycling, living habit of citizens, performance and revenue of waste treatment, recycling technology to one place etc. For the situation of Hong Kong, the first step is to strengthen the source classification through public education activities. To strengthen the public awareness to recycling. Only in this way can technology actually be put into routine environmental protection operations such as recycling and reduction. It will be more easier to promote, develop waste treatment, recycling technology in Hong Kong if the problem of source classification. The waste treatment, recycling technology apply in Hong Kong need to fulfill the requirement of high efficiency and benefits, low cost. Some of the waste treatment, recycling technology are suitable apply in Hong Kong, like compost. It use the microorganisms in the natural world to decompose the organic matter in the organic matter. The relatively low cost is 1/10 of incineration. It need to be checked in order to achieve the highest cost effectiveness. Discussion questions. Suggest any alternative solid waste management strategies for Hong Kong and discuss its suitability based on the kind of waste handled in the treatment facilities you visited. As the mention above, Hong Kong people lack of the awareness of recycling, environmental protection. On the aspect of technology requirement, Hong Kong require a high efficiency and benefits and low cost. Apart from the waste treatment, recycling technology, The effective alternative solid waste management strategies for Hong Kong can be from few ways. Legislative, garbage levy are the effective alternative solid waste management strategies for Hong Kong. For the aspect of legislative, government should legislative new regulations, producer responsibility system, allow manufacturers to write down environmental slogans, or recycling steps, at conspicuous places in the opening of goods. If manufacturers be accustomed to write down the environmental slogans, recycling steps on all of the goods they produce, citizens will get the environmental protection, recycling information regularly. They will remember if they can see such information regularly. The public awareness of environmental protection, recycling will be increase invisible. I think it's useful to write a slogan which about environmental friendly, recycle at the top of the paper-made product. Waste paper are the main solid waste among all of the garbage to disposal in Hong Kong. Write down the recycle steps or environmental friendly slogan on the paper-made product will have a education use. Let users getting the knowledge of the way of recycling waste paper. At the same time, teach users to recycling waste paper will having the effect of decrease waste from source. The news of Titan to collect waste paper in mainland China not only explode the problem of government lack of the long-term recycling industry policy and the government and industry disregard policy trends and risks in the mainland China, but also explode Hong Kong citizens and recycling industry lack of the knowledge, awareness of classification of waste paper. And write down the recycling method at the opening of the product. Apart from reminding the public, it is also possible for the public to recycle in the right way. On the aspect of garbage levy is a cost for waste manufacturers to collect and transport waste. It uses economic incentives to encourage people to reduce waste at source, and waste levy includes 4 possible forms. 1. Charge by approximate amount. 2. Fixed fees. 3. First carry out in the industrial and commercial sector and then to Hong Kong citizens. 4. Charge by volume. In these 4 possible forms, I think that charge by volume will be the most suitable and fair alternative solid waste management strategies for Hong Kong, especially for the waste paper. In this way, charging will be based on the volume of garbage which disposal. The bigger number, the volume of disposal garbage, the higher charge will be received. This can provide incentives to citizens to decrease waste from source, if they disposal more waste. More money will be spent on garbage levy. If the government process the garbage levy on waste paper, lost of the waste paper producing sources such as school, offices etc. will afraid the garbage levy of waste paper will be the long-term economic burden, so they will consider to decrease to produce waste paper. If they are accustomed to decrease waste from source, they can prevent garbage levy. However, it encountered significant obstacles in implementation. Dust bins on the streets of Hong Kong can be seen everywhere. After the law is implemented, it is very easy for the public to throw their rubbish into the bins on the street. In addition, Hong Kong has a high population density and it is difficult to restrict people from dumping waste paper at designated times. Conclusion: garbage levy can provide incentives to decrease waste from source better, but it may be provide opportunity exploiting loophole in the law, to utilize the gray area of garbage levy of each household to flow the waste paper at street. To provide waste recycling and processing facilities are also a suggest alternative solid waste management strategies for Hong Kong. Based on nowadays Hong Kong did not have enough waste recycling and processing facilities to support recycling industry to operation. Apart from the software, solid waste management strategies like the waste management, recycling policies, hardware facilities are also important to meet the complete waste management policy. Possible measures include to reserve industrial or special purpose land for construct recycle facilities for recyclables such as waste paper. On the aspect of reserve industrial or special purpose land for construct recycle facilities for recyclables, this land is reserved for the recycle facilities operated by a recycling industry. It is essential to push the waste paper recycling industry to operation in Hong Kong if they have enough land and facilities treat the solid waste. Let them have the ability to import more solid waste and then recycling to another product. On the aspect of hardware, the embargo on the mainland is not a temporary rise. It's because the import standards were too loose in the past. The relatively backward provinces and cities in the mainland are covered by foreign waste, cause serious pollution problems. In the long run, regardless of the environment, even the development of cities in the future will cause some obstacles. Therefore, if the mainland is fully shut down not to receive any waste paper import from overseas and Southeast Asia is unable to fully receive local waste paper can only be transferred to landfills. This cause has provided a good opportunity to development recycling and manufacturing industry in Hong Kong, including recycling of local and overseas wastes, remanufacturing and sales. If government reserve industrial or special purpose land for construct recycle facilities for recyclables, this way can match and support recycling and manufacturing industry development in Hong Kong, decrease the opportunity of waste paper transfer to landfill.